We are once again on the record. This is the case of State of Ohio versus Michael T. Dixon, 20 CR 0201. And Mr. Dixon is present along with his attorneys, and Mr. Pearson and Mr. King are present. And the jury is also present, including the alternate. And I believe the state has a witness that's going to recall.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would like to call Joe Kinneer.
All right, have him come in. All right. Please raise your right hand. Solemnly swear the testimony you're about to provide on this cause is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but true self God.
I do, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please be seated. Microphone in front of you. And once again, the press may be monitoring this. Do you care if you're?
I'd rather not, Your Honor.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Please do not take or publish any photographs of this witness. Go ahead, Mr. Pearson.
Thank you, Detective. Can you state your name, spelling your last name for the record, please?
Kevin Joseph Kinneer, spelling last name is Kinneer.
Okay. We heard from you last week, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to follow up with respect to one particular item, and that is Frank Specie. Are you aware of this individual?
Yes.
Who is Frank Specie?
Frank Species would be the stepdad to Mike Dixon. He considers him his dad. He'll call him dad.
Did you have an opportunity to talk to Mr. Specie regarding the murder of James Whitaker?
Yes, on a couple of different occasions, actually.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how that came about.
Through the course of this investigation, one would be the actual arrest of Mr. Dixon and Melody Dixon as well. I interviewed Frank Species in regards to the whereabouts, or if he had knowledge of where Mr. James Whitaker may be, what may have happened to him, where he was located. And each time he denied any knowledge of the whereabouts or what may have happened to Mr. Whitaker.
So he denied knowing what happened to Mr. Whitaker?
That is correct.
Okay. At some point in time, did you determine that that was a lie?
Yes.
Okay. When did you determine that?
I believe it was the 29th.
Okay. How did you determine that that was a lie?
He actually admitted during an interview that he knew that the Mr. Dixon had actually killed Mr. Whitaker. And I believe that what they were indicating would actually be the 5th of July when he would actually have been killed. He had been shot by Mr. Dixon, and Mr. Dixon came to their home on that day, which would be what they called D-Day, and admitted to killing Mr. Whitaker.
Okay. So in addition to telling you some details about the crime, he also admitted to lying to you. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And was he ultimately charged out of this?
He was charged with a felony of the 3rd degree obstructing, and on April 5th of this year, he pled guilty to that charge.
Okay. Thank you. I have no further questions.
Cross-examination.
No question, Your Honor.
All right, you may stand down. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State have any additional witnesses?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to come up for a sidebar, and we'll take care of the exhibits. All right, so I think we've got some things we're going to have to do. So we're have you have a seat out in the hall, take a break. Perhaps we'll be at this for at least 20 minutes or so. So we'll expect you back at about 10 after. As I've told you before, do not discuss the case among yourselves. Do not permit anybody to discuss it with you or in your presence. It is your duty not to form or express any opinion on the case until it's finally submitted to you. So we'll excuse you at this time, and I'll have you back in hopefully about 20 minutes. Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if I may, it may actually be longer than 20 minutes.
You agree with that? All right, so perhaps I'll have you back in about half hour or so.
Your Honor, if I may approach.
Yes.